Welcome to The Explainer. You know, every modern business is built on data, but turning that data into a real strategic asset, well, that requires a solid plan. So today, we're decoding the strategic blueprint for your company's most valuable and, let's be honest, often most complex asset, your data.
And let's just start with the bottom line. According to Gartner, this is the average annual cost of poor data quality to an organization, $12.8 million. That's staggering. That isn't some technical rounding error, it's a massive financial drain from bad strategies, missed opportunities, and painful compliance headaches. It just proves that getting your data architecture right isn't just an IT decision, it's one of the most critical business decisions you're going to make.
So which is it for you? Is your data an engine for growth, or is it a source of risk and wasted resources? The answer really lies in your data blueprint, the fundamental architecture you choose to build everything on. So let's explore the options. Okay, here's our mission briefing for today. We'll start with the core problem, then we'll explore the two classic ways people have thought about this. After that, we'll bring in a modern challenger built for today's crazy world, see how they can all actually work together, and finally, frame the strategic choice that you're going to have to make. You see, the foundation of your data strategy dictates literally everything. It determines how fast your teams get answers, how much you can actually trust the numbers you see on your dashboards, and how easily you can scale as your company grows. If you choose wisely, you unlock incredible value. But if you choose poorly, well, you're building on sand. For decades, the world of data architecture was pretty much dominated by this huge debate between two competing philosophies. Each one had a fundamentally different vision for how to build a data warehouse. And this isn't just some techie argument, it goes to the heart of your business strategy. The easiest way to think about it is like you're constructing a new headquarters. Do you start with a master blueprint for the entire skyscraper, making sure every single floor and office is perfectly integrated from day one? Or do you build and furnish one critical department first, say the trading floor, get them working immediately, and then connect all the other departments over time? So Bill Inman, who's often called the father of data warehousing, he championed that skyscraper approach. His method is all about building that master blueprint first. You create one central, highly structured repository, a single source of truth, where all the data is meticulously cleaned and standardized before anyone gets to use it. The goal, maximum integrity and consistency across the entire company.
Ralph Kimball, on the other hand, was all about speed to value. His approach is that trading floor first model. The point is to get actionable dashboards to your sales or finance teams in weeks, not months. You build what they need right now, using intuitive models that are optimized for quick reports. And then you worry about integrating all these different departmental data marts later on.
But what about today? I mean, the data landscape now is faster, it's way more complex, and it's constantly changing. Just imagine a global bank trying to integrate customer data from dozens of different systems they've picked up through mergers. A rigid old-school blueprint just won't work. You need something more flexible, more scalable, and frankly, more auditable. And this is exactly where the Data Vault model comes in. It's a hybrid approach, and it was specifically designed for agility. It really combines the centralized integrity of Inman's model with the flexibility of Kimball's, letting you adapt and scale your data warehouse without having to do these massive, painful re-engineering projects all the time. So how does Data Vault pull off this flexibility? Well, its creator, Dan Linstedt, designed it to break everything down into these simple, modular components. You can think of them like standardized, prefabricated building blocks for your data warehouse. It lets you add new rooms and new wings without having to knock down the whole house. Okay, so these building blocks are called hubs, links, and satellites. Let's make this real with a quick banking example. The hub is a core business concept, like customer 123. A link connects it to something else, like loan account 456, and then the satellites store all the descriptive details that change over time. So one satellite might track the customer's address history, while another one tracks their credit score. This modular structure gives you a perfect, granular audit trail, which, as you can imagine, is absolutely vital for regulatory compliance. So here's the crucial point. The debate is no longer about choosing one of these models. Modern best practice is about having a polyglot strategy. Basically, using each of these architectural blueprints where they perform best, creating a really powerful, layered hybrid system. And the medallion architecture illustrates this perfectly. It works like this. In the bronze layer, you land all your raw, unfiltered data from all your sources. Then, in the silver layer, you integrate and govern that data to create your single source of truth. And this is the perfect place for a robust data vault or an Inman model.
And finally, in the gold layer, you create those user-friendly, optimized data marts using Kimball's models, ready for fast analysis and business reporting.
Okay, so let's connect all this back to the bottom line. You have the blueprints, but how do you actually choose the right blend for your business? How do you turn all this architecture into real ROI?
Well, your first big consideration is speed. A pure Kimball approach, that's going to deliver the fastest value, but only to specific teams. A pure InMod approach is a much longer, upfront investment, but it's for that enterprise-wide consistency. And Data Vault, it offers that agile, iterative middle ground, letting you build out your integrated core piece by piece as you go.
But the payoff for getting this right, it's huge. An IDC study found that well-architected data warehouse projects delivered an average ROI of 401% over 3 years. 401%. That is the prize for building a blueprint that truly serves the business.
So, instead of asking which model is the best, you really should be asking these strategic questions. What's your top priority? Quick insights for the marketing team, or building a unified, compliant view of your customer for the whole company? Is your business environment pretty stable, or is it constantly changing? The answers to these questions will define your unique blueprint.
Ultimately, your data is trying to tell you a story. It's telling you a story about your business, your customers, your market. The best data architecture is simply the one that empowers you to read that story clearly. So choose the blueprint that lets you listen.